Hello, Wakundwas. It's another day, and I'm going to take you through different days of my recent life, and I hope you get to enjoy and be inspired. I hope you've been fantastic, and get in. Let's do this. So I'm going to talk to you about normal. The word normal, the meaning of normal, normalcy, a normal day, or a normal season. On many occasions, when you ask someone how their day was, they most probably will answer you, it was okay, it was fine, nothing much, which basically translates to normal. It was normal, aka boring, aka mundane, aka simple, aka nothing major or no major event has happened. And these major events in quotes should be assumed to be grand, fun, and all sparkly. We often look forward to having grand, sparkly days. We often want our weeks, our days to always be glamorous. We want our social medias, our reels to always be exciting, full of life and laughter, full of major milestones. And when these things do not happen, we often fall back or recoil back to our normal, in quotes, our normal, which translates to or concludes to boring. When this season takes longer than usual, we begin to slump on our chairs and days feel longer than usual. We think that life is merely passing by as we sink in this endless hole of normal. We hate this normal. We begin to compare. We begin to feel bad. We begin to feel jealous. We begin to complain. And this goes on, and life feels boring and normal and terrible. St. Augustine once mentioned that he tried all sorts of highs. He partied, he went out, he did all these things, yet he became more restless than anything in the world. He therefore concluded that every soul is restless its entire life until it chooses to rest in God. There is a void that only God can fill. There is a hole that only God can make us see His faithfulness, and this is if we choose to see Him, to dwell in His presence, to think of His word, to let the word fill our hearts and fill us with its truth. Maybe in those boring days, it's actually God calling us to rest on Him. It's God calling us to listen. It's God calling us to have a moment with Him, to let Him teach us, to let Him be our guide in life, for Him to show us the next step, the next thing to do. Because He has already said in Psalms 23, in Him being our shepherd, then there's no moment we will lack. We will never ever lack anything. He actually chooses. He says He chooses to refresh our souls. How beautiful are those words when we just meditate on those. Our God is our shepherd, and therefore we lack nothing. When we think our days are normal, when we think our days are boring, when we think someone's life is better than ours, can we just sit and think that, no, actually, I lack nothing. I lack nothing. When those voices come to you and they tell you you are not achieving anything, nothing major is happening in your life, there is nothing you're sharing, your life is not as sparkly as you thought that it should be, may we just think, no, actually every season there is a purpose. There is a purpose to plant. There is a season to harvest. There is a season to wait for the fruit to become ripe. was a beautiful revelation which I thought I should share with you, my Wakundwas. Actually, normal is a blessing. Do you know how much normal is a blessing? Have you even thought of having an abnormal day? Having an expectancy of how your day will flow only for it to be interrupted by something abnormal. An abnormal diagnosis, an abnormal pregnancy, an abnormal child, an abnormal body organ, an abnormal heavy, painful day, an abnormal life in general every single day, or even if it is just a season. I want to encourage you, my Wakundwas. Let us embrace being quiet in life. Let us embrace sitting with normal. Let us embrace enjoying every season of life. There will be seasons when it will be flat, there's nothing major, and there'll be a season when it is your time to harvest, it is your time to be announced, it is your time to go higher. But every season is a milestone. Every season makes up who you are and how God intended it for you. I hope you got to enjoy this normal video. I hope it got to inspire you in one way or another. And I hope you remember just one thing, that in God there is nothing in vain, and you never lack anything in Him. Choose Him, seek Him, and when it's high, when it's normal, when it's a hard season, always choose to hold on to Him, because He has said He will never leave you nor forsake you in life. Thank you. Please subscribe, and I hope you got to enjoy this, and I love you, and I'll see you in the next. Bye bye.